It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Oh, a good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. Looking for a seam, but finding none. They get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
At the 44-yard line.
On one, ready? Here we go.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Gun. Cut. 180. Cut.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on fourth down, Ryan Rico on to punt for the Bengals. Back deep, Kevin Byard. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. On play action, here's Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Odunze. Nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Bengals defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
To throw, it's Williams. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Bears punter now. as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Now they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First catch so far by Chase. It's a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the... zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there.
Montez Sweat with a tackle.
You look at this Bears defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
A first down there on a pickup at 25.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? What they saw last week on the ground.
Samaje Perine, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3.
They'll go play action here with Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
First down, Bears.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. To throw, Williams. And this is going to be incomplete.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Cade York on now for the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a one-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
11. What?
Burrow looking to pass. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. The Bengals at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
11.
An inside give, Brown. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. But the good news, and that is going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go.
Burrow on play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Running right, here's Brown. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now.
Now Burrow loses the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Swift. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Rome Odunze as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Williams going to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Bengals 8.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly a disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Pushing his way through. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On first and 10, it's Swift. And he's got room. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 115 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down. A gain of 40 yards.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss.
What is going on?
Swift going to try up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Williams looking to do it himself. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Swift. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears take a chance, but they find pay dirt on fourth and goal. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
11 mighty.
Now a 2nd and 10.
11 MT, take.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Open man is Yoshibas. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard
11 MT, 11 MT. Here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. Right back to Brown. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
On 1, ready?
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Gun, stop.
They go play action with Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
11. Here we go. Stop.
And Burrow going to throw again. And he is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This one complete to Yoshibas. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
11. Here we go. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
So you think it's not tough playing quarterback in the NFL? How about what we just saw there? The rush got home on 3rd down. He had to stand in there and take the shot as he released it. Throws on target, though, and it's good enough to keep the drive moving.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here we go, here we go. 180. 180.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Samaje Perine. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far.
For Cincinnati.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 142 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Once again, it's Swift. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one that won the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Williams. He'll try and do this himself. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Bears are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
1-1, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. That was a corner blitz, and it was Kyler Gordon getting in there for the sack.
I'm wondering.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up to throw. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
11. Here we go. Big 13. Big 11. Stop.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down.
Burrow will throw. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They give him a gain of 37. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
11 mighty. Stop.
Now Burrow. Now he's going to step up and run. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Second down, goal to go.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Noah Fant from a yard out. And the Bengals are back within a score.
Gun. Stop. 180.
Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. To throw, Williams. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Open man is Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals 1st down as he's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line.
11.
1st and 10
11, Thomas.
38-yard line.
To throw, Burrow. This is Fant on the short completion.
They're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Burrow. Able to find Higgins. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Throwing, Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get set.
And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
They have one big call left. Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2.
Here we go.
Will line up for the 2-point.
Here's Burrow. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. Breaks through the contact. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. This is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Bears 1st down.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough. And these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try to make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. Lights up.
Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. This from 55 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
And incomplete on the deep ball. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield and go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. So third down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4 down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach John Ford right now. want my number one play with my number one runner over my number one blocker. Get me the first down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. To the air, Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all games. They went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. Shot.
Now Burrow. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here at OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. This is Fant on the short completion. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.